Welcome back to the marvelous world of the Cinestro course, your boy Blacksby. And today we are talking our full review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Top notch, top tier, top marks. Brother, we are back. We are in action. Deadpool and Wolverine now playing in theaters. Let's get right into it. Let's start from the top.
Ass,
Immediate
sucks,
reaction last
mediocre,
week.
overrated,
Everybody
garbage.
except Luis said that shit was good. So what just happened? I don't even know. But let's get into it. Who wants to start? Man, I'll start with the hater himself.
Yeah, start with Luis.
State your peace, brother.
Well,
State your peace, brother.
I wasn't here last week. I missed last week's, or I missed you guys' instant reaction episode, and so I just want to say that you guys are a bunch of fucking sheep. Wake up,
employed.
Grow some fucking minds and some opinions of your own. Fucking sheeple, just letting the culture dictate what you should and should not like. Fucking embarrassing. You're in the pocket of big Disney. No, I mean I think Deadpool and Wolverine was all right. It was fine, you know. I've been getting told by people that it was a 10 out of 10. Motherfuckers on screen right now said that it was a 10 out of 10, and I think that's a bit of a hyperbole.
Disagree again.
Do it. I'll just think, just like my problems with it, just because you guys have already talked about it already. I thought the script was incredibly weak. You could tell that this movie was made during a writer's strike. There's no script whatsoever. Sean Levy has no substance. He does not have any fucking juice or sauce. The movie, it looks flat and boring and ugly. I think it's nostalgia bait. I think it relies too much on cameos. I think it's over reliant on that. It's too much of a spectacle and not a cohesive story. I think Hugh Jackman outacts every single person in this movie. I think it's to an embarrassing degree. I think he's so good in this, and everybody else is just kind of phoning it in, and that's pretty apparent, and it's very jarring. And then one more thing, I hate how it desecrates the legacy of the movie that is Logan, an actual great superhero movie, which I think is a 10 out of 10. And this movie just shits all over it, and that's kind of the fact that you're punching up and trying to shit on a movie that's 10 times better than what you're making is just kind of like, it's pretty funny and kind of just embarrassing, honestly, if you ask me. And Ryan Reynolds and Channing fucking Tatum, I can't fucking stand him. Stop casting bad actors to be in your movies. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Cosmonaut Variety Hour if he was broke.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
They call me like Gambit.
Considering that my job right now. I'm the only motherfucker at work right now.
Okay.
This nigga employed.
Luis.
Employed.
I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I hear every bit. What the fuck is that? A little speech bubble? What the fuck? We have those?
I got it like that. It knows I'm right. The universe knows I'm right. The universe agrees with me, and they know I'm right.
Now, I think overall, this movie, for one, does not look flat. I think this has some of the most dynamically shot action of a lot of recent Marvel movies.
That's insane.
Specifically because of the opening sequence in every fight involving Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, there's small, minute things I like where he shoots like 30 bullets into his ribs.
You think that
when he shoots 30 bullets into his ribs and says, "Are you ready to be calm now?" That's fun. Every single bit of their fighting and action has mannerisms that imply onto the characters. They have synergy. They're cohesive to me. And
good choreography does not a good story make.
But Luis, sweet little cinnamon bun Luis. Think about this, right? Think about this. Right?
Crazy.
I love this story because some of my favorite
what story,
Deadpool
bitch?
Story.
There's no fucking story.
Hold on.
Okay.
Luis.
You love this story because
I loved it because my favorite types of Deadpool stories in the comics, right,
mm-hmm.
are the ones that are very meta or meta subversions of different comic book tropes, just in anything,
mm-hmm.
right? It's why even though the Boys comic is dog shit, I can still appreciate Garth Ennis's larger critique of the superhero medium as a whole. right? Or with things like DC's Dark Knight's Metal and all that, right? I like the meta implications of a story. So taking this to where they take the plight, I feel like, of the people who are making the Deadpool movies, to where the first one smash hit out the gate, they're defining who the character is. The second one, they tried to switch the genre a little bit, tried to kind of find their footing, and it stumbled a little bit. At least for me, it felt kind of like forced and not as direct. And so by the third time, by the time that one comes out, right, a lot of people were starting to get tired of Deadpool. A lot of people saw him as a surface level character, as a joke, and they imply that onto him and his journey throughout the film. No, seriously. This is an actual like major critique that a lot of people have on Deadpool, and I can see it as valid because the jokes, one-liners, a lot of the references, you know, they kind of think as like an LOL memes character, a clown, and him wanting to be more serious and be a part of something bigger, right? I felt was a nice little meta story. I felt like that was really cool. It felt
like, and look, and I'm not against one-off stories. Like I'm not saying that everything needs to be interconnected. In fact, I don't. I think that's one of the issues of the MCU. But this movie is just kind of like, it was just kind of like, bro, they're shitting, they're like spitting in our faces, bro. They're just like, here's a half-assed movie that will tide you guys over until the next Marvel movie comes out next year. And here you go. The only reason you guys like it is because Wolverine's back, Hugh Jackman's back, and you guys will enjoy this, and then and we'll call it a day. And we won't put any effort into make this anything that's cohesive or worthwhile or lead to anything or mean anything. It'll just be us shitting on 20th Century Fox, making a couple jokes at Disney's expense, and then calling it a day. And it's like, what are we doing?
Does it need to be anything more than that, though?
But on that note, I also felt like
it does.
Necessarily, like,
what's the point? What's the point of Disney buying Fox and all the Fox properties if these movies that you're making aren't gonna mean anything?
But the first movie that they make with the Fox, I don't think it needs to have like every fucking Fox character imaginable. It would be
I agree.
Way too bloated.
I agree. Yeah. Really? You don't think this movie was bloated?
No,
it was perfect.
I genuinely feel
it would be too bloated.
It was too slim. Like 9 fucking cameos. For my liking, it was way too slim.
I'm not saying that it needs. I'm not saying it needs to have every Fox character. But on the contrary, I just wish they would have told a story that was interesting. You know, something that was engaging and fun. I just think it was too.
It was fun.
I feel like it comes down to like what you were there.
Twisters was fucking fun. A movie with no goddamn substance. It just had hot people and tornadoes.
What substance did Deadpool and Wolverine have?
None. So why can't
Hugh goddamn Jackman?
Substance. Yeah, every substance.
I'm gonna be honest. I will say this definitively.
Movies are just like really fucking vapid. They're not saying anything. They're just a good time. But for some reason, you want to shit on this one more than Twisters.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what this is again. Gerardo, you know, I'm reaching into the pocket, flipping through the ads phrasebook. You expected fine dining, but what did you receive? And what all Marvel movies are, say with me, kids, the chicken tenders of the cinema. There is beauty in simplicity. Bro. You will not find the Scorsese or the Guy Pearces or whatever the fuck.
Guy Pearce is an actor, but we've seen Marvel make
Guy
movies.
Guy Ritchie.
Dog shit. Also dog shit. We've seen Marvel make good movies. That's not what I'm saying. We've seen them make stories that are engaging and captivating, and with characters that are like the fact that they brought back Hugh Jackman, giving a killer performance. Again, I think he was the best thing about this movie, and wasting him on something that's just so soulless and so lifeless. You know, I'm not saying it's not fun, or you know, the things that work in it work, or that it's not cool, or it's not a good time. Like, I did enjoy a lot of these things. I did enjoy it, but it just felt so. Of all the Marvel movies we've had, and of all like the Fox, and of all the Deadpool movies, it just felt like the most kind of cash grabby, like I said, soulless of the bunch. And I don't know. It feels like. Go for it.
To me, I viewed it in a different light, because whenever it came to this movie, the main thing that I was looking for wasn't the story. I didn't really give a shit about that. right? Because also last minute when Kevin Feige came out and said this is the start of the X-Men's journey in the MCU, I was like, okay, all right, Buster, if you say so, pal, right?
And what did that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Exactly. But that's what I'm
really
saying.
exactly.
What did it lead to? What did it mean?
It felt ham-fisted, right? I wasn't caring about that. What I was there for was twofold: to be entertained by a Marvel movie, to like to actually feel something. Because since I think maybe Guardians 3, I haven't been moved by these niggas at all. I've just been like stone face. This one felt like biting into the fucking Ratatouille, like I was the food critic, and I had a flashback to when I first saw Iron Man 1. Like, the reason I liked this one so much is because, to me, instead of a cap to the Deadpool trilogy, it felt, instead of like an Avengers Endgame scenario, right? How that felt like the end of the MCU for a lot of people. This felt like Fox Endgame. This felt like them not, poking fun at themselves a little bit, getting self-referential, doing a little bit of parody, a little bit of like, oh yeah, that was kind of stupid, but it was lazy. Right? But at the same time, it was fun for me because when I got to see those nods and winks to things that I saw as a kid, and also formed modern comic book audiences' love for the medium of comic book movies as a whole, right? For their grandfather, their ancestors, essentially, right? I felt like that was good. Now, was it executed as well as it could have been? Probably not. No, but I did indeed enjoy it. I liked seeing these characters show up.
Yeah, but you know what this felt like?
They got the cheaper ones, but still.
It felt like they were like, these are the characters we want to put in this movie, and we just gotta build up to those characters and get to those beats, and everything else will just fill in. Everything in there doesn't really matter. And they're like, and if we make jokes about it, like if we make jokes about this being the MacGuffin, then they'll be like, oh my god, they're so smart, they're so clever, because they're being self-referential and they're joking about it, and they won't notice the bad, lazy writing that we've got going on because we're inferring that it's bad and that it's so kind of formulaic, and therefore it's on purpose, when in fact it's just bad. And so there's a lot of that going on. And like I said, I felt like they were just like, this is going nowhere. We're not getting anything out of this. But here's a cameo. Here's Channing Tatum's dog shit Gambit. Here's Elektra.
He was fun.
But yeah, anyway. But
that's a super fun.
Those were my thoughts.
Yeah. They call me like Gambit.
I wanted to give you my thoughts because you guys express your thoughts so, I think, so wonderfully on the instant reaction pod. But
thank you, Luis, for expressing your thoughts, even though your thoughts are wrong
and stupid.
Yeah, hey, listen, dumb people gotta have their platform too, and there you are.
This is crazy, bro. I'm all right. I mean, hey, whatever. I'll be on the. I'll lead.
Please,
I'll lead it.
Marvel's never gonna make a Civil War, okay?
No, bro. Brave
the
New
Alex
World.
Garland version.
Brave
That's
New
what
World.
I'm saying. No, shut the fuck up.
They're not gonna do it.
That's not what I'm going to see Marvel movies for. Like that kind of movie and that kind of attention to detail and to script and to story is something that I go to other fucking movies.
But Winter Soldier had it. Ragnarok had it. Civil War. Winter Soldier's a great movie.
I don't really
Ragnarok was majority improv. Winter
Soldier was
funny.
But you said they're not going to have a good story. They were attention to detail.
I'm not saying they're not going to have it. I'm saying that that's not what I'm going for. I'm going to have a good time and to just watch motherfuckers cut each other. That's fun.
Yeah, and this I feel like was carried for the most part. The story may have been weak. It may have been, in Luis's eyes, shot rather piss poorly, but in
horrifically. It was not.
Okay, yes. Some shots in the void are a little bit gross, but I will say this definitively: the main thing I was there for was to see the interactions between Wolverine and Deadpool, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
Sure.
And their character work not only carries this movie, it fucking slings it cradled in its arms out of a burning building like it's fucking Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It's beautiful. It's amazing how well they capture beat for beat the same energy that those characters have in the comics. And there's also like little inferences of things you can make through Hugh Jackman's lines. Like, it wasn't until like my second or third rewatch of this movie where I pieced together while he's talking about how the X-Men and the Avengers
don't say this out loud,
kind of how the Avengers, how they suck ass, right? How he hates them a lot, and how he's getting really mad at Deadpool whenever he's doing the fucking pew 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 thing. When he says how he did not stop killing, like how he just kept on killing people, good, bad, didn't really care. He was just trying to get vengeance. I think they're kind of hinting at the enemy of the state
like
storyline in the
American
comics where he gets
government.
brainwashed. Yeah, where he gets brainwashed and he targets different superheroes. Essentially, Wolverine.
Are they, but he
kills the
says
Solid Chunk of the Marvel
these
Universe.
humans.
I think
He
you're
literally
reading
says
into that.
he says these humans killed the X-Men. I wasn't there. I was off getting drunk, and so I was angry. I retaliated and I killed people. It's literally what he says. But but that moment it fell flat for me. It should have worked. It should have been like, oh, he's
I think it would have worked
talking
if they had shown it.
If they had shown it,
exactly.
definitely.
It was just exposition.
Even
it was
a
just,
motion
it was just
comic, I would have
info
taken.
dump. And Hugh Jackman, as great an actor as he can't deliver something that's just so like meh and boring and just bland. Like, and again, that's not what that's not what you came to this movie for. So I get it, but it's just kind of frustrating when it's like he's so good, the action is pretty cool and is really good, but then in between those moments, you have this fucking dog shit where it's just like, and I was just so angry and I just killed everybody and I couldn't stop because then it's like, how did humans kill mutants? That was just a thought that I had in my head was how was it possible for him?
I was
Real
saying the
niggas
Reavers
know
or the Purifier,
the Reavers or the Sentinels
or the Purifier.
fucking them niggas up.
But if it
also
was
have a lot of
Sentinels,
things.
then they would have killed Wolverine too.
Wolverine is just that nigga, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But
you're not.
But,
getting
there's
it.
also
it's fine, but it wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the action. I liked.
He was off the drink.
I liked the
Blade was good.
Blade was great.
Electro was fine.
Mm.
Gambit was incredible.
He was dog
My
shit.
fucking goat.
Gambit was
20
so
Jump Street now.
fucking good. I genuinely hated like every single word he said because I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. Aside from that, though, when he got to throwing hands, oh my god!
I know that's the one thing I'll give.
I'm so glad I brought a change of shorts, dude.
I'll give them
Excellent.
this. They did prove that Gambit works
right now.
Gambit works in live action, and they should do a Gambit movie, just not with Channing Tatum.
They said
Taylor
boom, and then
Taylor
boom.
Kitsch, answer
Give
my
him
calls.
give him the John Krasinski treatment.
Taylor Kitsch, answer my calls.
Have him in one movie and then replace him with someone who can act.
With a Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
Taylor
I think
Kitsch, answer my
put
calls.
Pedro Pascal in it, and then just say nothing.
Pedro Pascal is also Le Gambit.
Pedro Pascal, Le Gambit.
You heard Pedro
No,
doing that
Andres,
same
Gambit.
accent, you would have been like, oh my god, he's so good.
Who?
You imagine?
If Pedro was in it?
If Pedro had done that same fucking, you'd be like, he understands. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Pedro's done a lot of landmark performances, but I think this one may be his most
No,
groundbreaking.
Stop.
I think
Y'all are
he gets
misconflating. Y'all are thinking I wouldn't have said it was stupid. Channing Tatum is a bad fucking actor. So when he does shit like that, you're like, it's supposed to be bad on purpose. Okay, he's still dog shit. That doesn't take away from the fact that he's
21 Jump Street, nigga.
You've never seen
I have
Step
seen
Up.
22 Jump Street, nigga.
I have seen it.
Clown him.
Tell him again. Tell him again.
Step to the street.
Now call him
G.I.
again.
Joe, the first one.
Now mute him.
Muted.
Okay. Overall, I think my rating has changed just a small bit since last.
Yes.
What? You exaggerated? No way.
Oh, suck a cock. It's barely even that much. It's a 9.5, you dickweed. All right,
That's
don't be
crazy.
proud of yourself.
Dickweed.
That's crazy.
All right. It's a 9.5 purely because I rewatched it now 3 times, and I will say there are points where you can see that they are just improving the shit out of it because they don't know.
They're writing it on the fucking spot. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
That's how
it
real
does. It does seem a little freestyle off the dome. And a couple of things like for instance the CGI when Wolverine starts running on all fours, as cool as it is.
Or when he's a fucking when he's a fucking Mortal Kombat character after they jump out of the bus and he's like,
thank you. That's the only one I had the biggest gripe about.
I didn't care about that.
That's my only.
Looks like ass. Looks like shit.
That's pretty much it. I'm a 9.5 though.
Maybe y'all shouldn't pay Robert Downey Jr. $100 million fucking dollars for a movie, and so y'all could afford to pay your VFX artists.
They still wouldn't pay them.
I know.
If I was a CEO, I'd pay them niggas, bro. Make me in charge of Disney right now.
I give Deadpool Wolverine 7.5.
I was about to say if it's below a 7,
That's fair.
you're foul. 7.5 is valid. It's
Fuck
wrong.
you, a
but it's
6.
still more valid. Incorrect.
No, don't change it out of spite.
Nah.
Say what you want to say.
You already said 7.5.
Stand
Now
on
we
it.
gotta
7.5.
7.5.
we aggregate that shit. Now it's an 8.
We aggregate it. We grade
We
we grade
round
on a
up.
curve.
It's the
We grade on
grading
a
curve, yeah.
Whoop. That's what my shit said. I said what did I say when we watched the premiere? 9. Now this shit is a 9.5 to a 10 now. After rewatching it 2 times, hell yeah.
What are the spoiler things y'all wanted to touch on?
Bro, yeah, because last week we couldn't talk about shit because the movie just came out. You know, motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, y'all spoiled the whole movie. Well, guess what, dickweed? Today's the day. We're spoiling everything. If you haven't seen it by now, that's on you. You
Go fuck yourself.
You know the rules. We give you 3 days, 3 to 5 if we're feeling nice. And we're not feeling nice. We're gonna spoil this shit.
I'm
right
feeling
now.
nice, guys.
Let's start from the top, bro. Let's start from the top. Wolverine, Deadpool. We got the TVA active. The motherfucker Paradox being a fucking CEO. Jeff Bezos of the TVA. Almost said the wrong CEO.
Yeah, you almost ruined your Disney bag.
Bob, please listen, bro. It was a joke. Listen, Paradox is fucking shit up.
What a waste of Matthew McFadden, bro.
Honestly, bro. Thank you. He should have been used for more.
I've never seen Succession and never will.
Joke ass villain.
Fuck that guy.
Never seen it either.
That's Emmy winner Matthew McFadden. He's a fantastic actor.
Fuck that show.
You could have given him a whole
show's boring as fuck.
You want me to support a British man? Hell no.
Yeah. I'm supporting a British man right now.
Won't catch me supporting a colonizer.
Australian man.
Never.
Right Shout out.
But anyways, TVA, that part of the movie was,
TVA,
was weak.
It was expected. It was not expounded upon. And I feel like it was not elaborated on enough, especially given the impact of Loki season 2, the importance.
Did you notice how they only showed us one room in the TVA?
Yeah, motherfuckers is in stationary.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give them this. I'll give
bigger
them props.
budget than
I'll give them props. They did use a lot of live sets. They did not use no VFX shit, no CGI.
Yeah, they literally CGI'd the forest in the first scene. That was green.
Are you going to plant all 200 series? No.
Forests don't exist in the real world. Forests don't exist in the real world.
But that would require them to go to Canada, and that's
because
gross.
all the motherfucking corporations have burnt our shit. Save the planet.
Alakuma Salaikum, my brother.
Save the planet. Okay.
No, for real, it's just this movie did a lot of good things that I'm really happy about. It's just there's more I wanted to expand on, given the fact that this is the movie we've been waiting on in terms of Deadpool, Wolverine, having the X-Men now become part of the MCU, seeing the culmination of 3 Deadpool films into this. I won't say finale because obviously Deadpool's not over. It's just the Fox Deadpool is done. It's done. The Foxverse is done. This is a beautiful send off to the Foxverse.
Was it?
I don't know about beautiful, but I think
it's
the send off it deserved because fuck that universe.
It's very incoherent and just
very incoherent, just like that fuck ass universe.
Except for the First Class universe, that's the only one.
No, because after First Class and Days of Future Past, it was a dog shit from there.
They just gave up.
They were half good. Half of them were good. The other
you said they made.
Shit.
You said they made more movies past Days of Future Past. I didn't know this.
I didn't realize we were doing this.
That's crazy.
It's not a bit.
All I know is I legit have amnesia.
Just how Pacific Rim doesn't have a sequel, right?
It's a sacred timeline. This is the sacred timeline.
Sacred timeline.
I think also during the opening, I think like more of the jokes, I would say, I found 30 times funnier in the beginning. Although there are some jokes near the
became overbearing. It was just like, oh fucking god, I get it, dude.
It began to, there was a point where I stopped really caring about the jokes and more so just about like Wolverine and Logan's more so like their bonding, right? Their character interactions, because that was like the best part of the film.
Also, rated R, but one of my let them fuck. Stupid.
One of my favorite jokes near the end is where they meet Nice Pool and he's like, "Oh yes, I can do the fourth wall break thing too. Watch this, the proposal." And he looks and then Deadpool just
That
stares
was
at him. He's like,
stupid. That was
That
so
one-
"What the
that
fuck?
one
What
fell
the
flat
fuck
for
was
me.
that?"
That
one
was so
fell flat.
stupid.
I liked
But I
that
did
one,
love-
and then
How much he looked like Jonathan Van Ness as Nice Bull.
That was fun. That was funny. Yeah.
I was like, oh,
And that's the thing. It's
miss
like
them.
they're making up for the fact that they had no story, and we're like, let's just cram Ryan just cook. and that has its pros and cons. You know, a lot of those jokes are gonna land and a lot of them are gonna miss. And towards the end, it just kind of felt like it was just like it was a lot. It felt like a lot more than the first two movies. You know,
It felt like those early 2000s parody movies for a second. It felt like we're watching fucking what's that superhero movie?
yeah,
Where they have the knockout.
that is
X-Men.
true.
But I liked it. I liked it. I like seeing Patch. I fucking yelped when I saw Patch, the little short Wolverine.
What'd you think about the Henry
Cavill Wolverine?
the Henry Cavill one
I don't think
fucked
it
my
would work.
head, dude.
I don't think it would work, but I thought he was a good
was-
cameo.
Yeah,
I thought it was fun. I was like, oh, I like that.
I was
That was
genuinely confused because I was like, what?
And there was Old
what?
Man Logan in there.
I was
for
like,
sure,
wait,
too.
That's
who
the
is-
next
yeah.
Wolverine.
I was like, wait, because the whole time I've heard people say Henry Cavill for Wolverine, and the only other thing I've seen him is Superman and Ungentlemanly Warfare, and I like him in Ungentlemanly Warfare, but that's not a Wolverine, right? So I was like, I don't know if I could ever see him like don the claws or the stupid mullet, and then I saw him, and I was like, oh, okay, no, this is kind of doing it for me. I might be interested. I might.
You were just horny. No, it doesn't work.
Exactly.
I can do both. I can do both.
You can't.
I can do two things at
You're too
once.
easily
Stop
distracted.
thinking with your
You
dick,
saw those fucking delts,
I
and you said, "I want to be inside him." That's all you thought.
brother, I would want him to be in me. I'm
My
hashtag bottom
straight.
for Cavill.
Get it straight.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
get it. I get
But
it.
all the cameos were so much fun. However, they did make an error because in the John Byrne suit, he does not fight the Hulk. That's actually his first appearance suit. The traditional.
No, he does. I've seen
yellow
panels
Yeah.
of him in the brown and orange,
Niggas don't know.
orange and black or whatever, and he's fighting the Hulk.
I might have to double check that. Because
I've seen it.
Let me see.
He's fought Hulk
AZ
multiple
is
times.
AZ is the resident lore knower, so I'm not going to argue with that. But all I know is when I was reading the comics, I done seen that yellow and brown, that mustard colored suit.
Right? I'm not crazy. I'm telling you.
Versus a
hard-ass
gray
suit.
Hulk. That suit, that should have been the suit. Forget the blue and yellow one. We should have had that shit right there. Oh my god, I would have been.
Oh, this is when he teams up with the Thing.
Is the fact that
When he teams up with the
don't
Thing,
stay
he
on.
wears this suit.
To fight who?
Okay, when he.
to
I'm pretty
fight
sure
me.
when Wolverine teams up with the Thing is when he wears the John Byrne suit. But I thought whenever they were trying to say this is when you'd first fought the Hulk, I thought they were trying to.
But they were probably also already like we already have the orange and blue suit. Let's give them something, another suit, just so that they can say, "Oh, just because we have no fucking story, so let's just cram as many Easter eggs into this bitch as we can."
That 5'3" Wolverine was my favorite,
and I liked it, and it worked.
It worked.
I liked it a lot. I think.
What else?
Because I watched
Let's
it
talk
sober, and now I'm gonna watch it drunk every time I rewatch it. So I don't think I'm gonna give a fuck, honestly.
Speaking of Wolverine suits and different iterations of Wolverine, let's talk about the various versions we saw, the versions we wanted to see. We saw the yellow and brown, the mustard suit. We saw 5'3" comic accurate Wolverine. We saw X-Men Apocalypse Wolverine with the missing hand.
That was so cool.
We saw that nigga get crucified. We saw Old Man Logan. We saw all types of shit.
We saw Patch.
We saw
Like
Patch.
Like,
we did.
I kind of wish we saw. I know we saw him in, what was it, Future Past or was it Apocalypse? Feral Wolverine, where he was still in the Weapon X program. I kind of wish we saw.
Was it in the Phoenix movie?
Yeah, or was that dog shit? I don't remember that one.
He's also in.
My memory.
Yeah, Days of Future Past.
My memory for that timeline only goes to Future Past. Remember that?
Because I remember Sansa Stark being in it, and she was walking down the hallway.
I think it's Days of Future Past
her
where
dog shit accent when she's trying to talk. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
You know what this movie made me realize? I wish they would have done this and just focused it on Wolverine. Just give me a Wolverine movie where he's
On the
traveling across the
cool, we should have
multiverse.
had
That
that.
would have been cool.
We should have had various Wolverines team up and fuck
Yeah.
shit up.
Council of Logans.
All them niggas from across the
We
universe.
never saw
Nah.
the X-Force Wolverine.
Nah, because fuck
Across
the
the
fuck
The
Logan.
gray
the
and black suit. We should have seen
Yeah.
that
fuck
shit.
the
Should've been
Wolverine.
hard with the red
They
eyes.
gave me
Yeah, dude.
They gave me what I wanted, and that was to see the Deadpool core. And let me just start rattling off some names I noticed because I was clocking
bro. That
I
shit
was
sucked.
clocking them immediately.
suck,
You
but
had
it was-
2099, you had
whatever.
Watari, you had Golden Age Deadpool, aka
Yeah, for
Weeze
sure.
Wilson, you had Lady Deadpool, Baby Deadpool. I think it's like a pastiche for Chibi Pool. There's that
Kid
one with the
Pool.
dragon on his chest that was like the Welcome
Welsh
to
Pool.
Wrexham.
Welsh Pool.
The Welsh
Shout
Pool.
out all
That
the
was a
Welsh
lot of
niggas,
fun.
man.
Paul
Shout out
Mullen.
Paul
I also
Willem.
liked how
Paul Willem,
uh,
like dude.
Mullen.
I also liked how Lady
Mullen.
Deadpool,
I don't know British
Kid
niggas
Pool,
like-
and Baby Pool were all mocapped or played by in costume Ryan Reynolds' actual family. So like his wife Blake Lively and their two kids. That's
Shout
a
out
lot of fun.
nepotism.
Oh, Kid Pool was
Nepotism.
one of his
Kid Pool was his daughter. Yeah, it was
That's
fucking.
awesome. That's
It's
funny.
so fucking
Nepo baby.
when she's like,
Nepo
"Shut the
baby.
fuck up,
Movie.
asshole!" He just cusses out her dad, dude. It's so fucking good.
She'll only
It's
get
so
the one
good.
opportunity to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Her wife-
You had a
does that
Wild
every day.
West Pool. You had Watari, who's like this Japanese pool. You had Monk Pool, which is this version of him that gives up violence, right? You had
Hey.
2099, his daughter from an alternate reality. You had so many of these Deadpools. Eventually, they just started being like, all right, here's like a fat one. Here's one that's like we found out the parking lot of a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Here's this
5
guy.
regular fucking
This is
Deadpools that
Dave.
we needed to fill.
This is
Yeah.
Jonathan. He works crafts. Like I eventually just got into random dudes.
Hey,
but
Wesley-
Cowboy Pool was voiced by Matthew McConaughey. I
Really?
think that's
Yeah, he is.
Wesley Snipes' first line is so fucking hilarious.
Where it's like, you call me retarded?
Yo, Deadpool's like, I thought you retired. He's like, retarded.
He's
That
like,
was
I don't like
quoting
you.
the
He's like,
movie.
you
I
never
was
did.
Quoting the movie,
Wesley
folks.
Snipes.
Quoting
Wesley
the
Snipes
movie. It
throughout
was
this
funny.
entire film. Wesley Snipes throughout this entire film was just gold.
Also,
Goat was-
apparently, him and
Goat
Ryan
was
Reynolds
back.
have been faking the fact that they don't
Yeah,
like each
faking the
other
beef.
for years.
According to
According
Wesley.
to Wesley, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true, but
I don't
if
know
it
if it's
is,
true,
that's
but I
really
hope it
funny.
is.
That's
Yeah.
really funny if true.
If so, that
No,
is
no,
kind
let's
of
talk-
funny.
Let's talk about my goat being back and how they said he said there's like 5 Punishers, but there's only one Blade. And he looked at the camera. I was like,
No, but
Marvel's
Deadpool-
The fact that
self-aware.
that might be
Deadpool-
true.
But
I didn't
Deadpool
like
looked
that.
at the camera too, kind of like saying, like, "Come on, Marvel, get your shit together." He said, "There's
That's
only
what I said.
only one Blade."
That nigga said,
He said, "This
Are you
5
sure about
isn't
that?
there like 5 Punishers? There's only one Blade." Boom! That shit was crazy.
That was good.
Bro.
Like those, I
Oh
think
my
that stuff. I think that stuff was cool.
I
That's the
also,
things that stuff like
That's
that
all
made
it
the
needs
movie
to
good.
be.
Oh,
When they
my-
showed up, when we saw the goat Legambit show up,
Legambit.
Electra. And,
by the way, we've danced around it for too long. There's a person who we've skipped over.
I
The
forgot about
incomparable Emma Corrin.
Emma
The
Corrin.
non-binary goat
Y'all kept
of
pronouncing
this
their
film.
name wrong on y'all's episode, and it frustrated
What is it?
me. It's
it. Yo,
Corrin.
it
What is it?
frustrated you?
Emma
Corrin?
Ask
Yeah.
me if
Emma
I give
Corrin.
a fuck.
Oh my
I'm
god,
not
I'm
British.
illiterate.
Nigga, I'm not British. I don't know how to say that.
Tell them
Bro,
to speak
bro,
now. What? No,
Is he
I'm not
breaking
gonna
up
see that.
for you?
Yeah, he just lagged hardcore.
Yeah, you lag, bro.
But Emma Corrin, I think, is
MI5
just
got
amazing
my ass,
as
bro.
I
Emma-
think
as,
they were so underutilized, bro.
as Cassandra Nova. I think it was weird because I felt like they were on screen for just slightly less time than Paradox, right? But I remembered them more than
They
I
also
remembered Paradox.
But they also
was
didn't have
Paradox
anything.
was
They didn't have
good.
anything to do.
Bro,
That's
Let's-
true,
let's
but
look
but
at
also
hold on. Let's
with-
look at
with
that
the-
real quick. Remember what I said earlier? Paradox was a wasted character because he's in there just to be like, hey, this is what we're doing in the multiverse. Deadpool,
Here's
you are
our
part of the
MacGuffin.
multiverse. You have to do this shit. Also, I have this device that will erase all the fucking timelines.
Out of
I am the
nowhere.
worst. I'm the worst final villain of all time.
But it turns out Cassandra Nova is actually the final villain.
Emma Corrin.
Corrin.
Sorry, I'm not British. Emma Corrin, God Save the Queen, was cooking in every scene that they were in. literally from the first moment they popped on the screen.
Well, Emma's so good a performer.
British villains, and mind you, there's two Emmas that are cooking right now, Emma Corrin and Emma Darcy, and they're both cooking their
non-binary.
And they're shout out the So it's just a testament to how like you can manage to perform so well, even if you're not. I mean, yeah, Cassandra Nova was the villain, but Paradox was the orchestrator.
But what I'm trying to say is that Cassandra Nova's character was just so like inconsequential. The character was just like, I'm here, and they promised me that I get my pick of the litter, and that's why I'm happy here. But turns out they lied to me, so now I'm going to destroy every universe. And it's just like, what are we doing? Just like, it's like what's going on? It's but I mean, I'm glad you guys like
that. Comes down to script writing, bro. That's not even on Emma.
Yes, I said the script was
so you didn't like when Johnny Storm showed up and you thought he was Captain America?
I didn't blame on Captain America. Now I knew the whole time
he showed up. I said he's Johnny Storm.
I knew for a fact he was going to be the Human Torch. Me too. But when he said "flame on," I will say I did go.
I like that. Oh my god, that was cool.
It was so fucking cool.
My fucking nemesis. I know he's somewhere like I called that. I said he's gonna say "flame on." You know what, Matt Ramos? Shove it, bro. I'm not even gonna go into a tangent on this one, but just
they mentioned Reed. They also mentioned Reed somewhere else in the movie.
Bro thinks he called all that
they're all
shit.
Dead.
It's a common shit.
A little sad.
It is real sad.
For now.
Until Fantastic Four first steps, baby. Until we take our first steps into the Fantastic Four universe with the upcoming Fantastic Four film in 2025.
Is that
my gosh! Matt? No, I just had to dive into it since we mentioned it. Nah.
Let's talk about it. Are we talking about it? Let's talk about it.
Remains.
Let's talk about it.
No, yeah, we're talking about it. So we got the Fantastic Four coming into the MCU. Mind you, Deadpool and Wolverine supposed to be the introduction of the X-Men and mutants, the start of the mutant saga. But we know, lingering in the background, is the Fantastic Four. They are coming in 2025. Starring Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss-Backrack, and Joseph Quinn as our first family of Marvel.
You guys know how excited I am for this movie, but that turnaround seems very fast.
When is it coming?
They started filming summer of 2025.
Today.
It's supposed to
started filming today.
They started filming Tuesday, I think.
Today, because Superman ended today.
Something like that. They just started filming this week. And it's supposed to come out next year in the summer, so a year from now, essentially. That seems very, very fast.
Bet money
does not inspire confidence.
Bet money.
No, not at all.
Bet money it won't. Mind you, Avengers Doomsday is supposed to be coming 2026. That movie's not releasing 2025 summer. It's going to release maybe 2025 in like the November.
Fantastic Four.
October timeline.
They leaked some they showed some test footage at Comic-Con of Fantastic Four, and that footage was leaked online, and we all got to see it. Yes. Oh, you didn't see it, AZ?
Mm-mm.
We watch it illegally all the time, and you get to see the Fantastic Four test footage. That's crazy.
Was allegedly leaked. We've never seen it for sure. I don't have it downloaded.
I don't know who else would have seen it now.
I did watch the test footage, and I think it's hard to make an assessment off of test footage, right? Considering they haven't even really shot a minute of the film, but from what we saw and were able to make out, it seemed as if like they're doing something pretty interesting and pretty special with this iteration of the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four meets Meet the Robinsons, and
it's Fantastic Four / Jetsons, and so it's we know it takes place in an alternate universe and an alternate 60s Manhattan. Dude, I'm here for it. What I saw got me super excited.
We've got a great cast. We've got Pedro, we've got Eben, we've got
Vanessa.
We have
Joseph,
that guy
Quinn.
over there. But everyone else,
my goat.
Bangers.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's great. I think this will be the first. We said it before. We said if depending how the MCU does the X-Men determines whether or not the MCU will crumble or will continue on. But I think the Fantastic Four is actually the first big barometer of that. I feel like if the Fantastic Four is good, people will be like, okay, we're on the right track. We've had three bad Fantastic Four movies. The MCU finally did it right. They're not gonna fucking.
Hold on.
We have two.
I'm out. We had one
Good
bad
ones.
Fantastic Four movie, two good ones. Yes, Gerardo's right.
There we go. Yeah.
Two good ones. Shout out my GOAT, Owen Gruford, Jessica Alba, Michael Chiklis, and the one and only Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Because the first Fantastic Four has stuck with me all this time. I cannot get over it. And that one
the nostalgia is whooping your ass.
It's
and
not
you like
nostalgia.
It's
I rewatched them.
It's real.
They're good.
It's real.
You're stupid.
They're not.
You're dumb. You just. What do we say on this podcast? Every single fucking time Lisa's on screen, the motherfucker is allergic to fun.
I like fun. I like
He
twisters.
can't
That was
stand
fun.
people having.
When we release
Twisters
merch,
was fun.
that's going on the
was
t-shirt,
fine.
bro.
It was fun. Long Legs was
Bro,
fun.
Long Legs was great. I love
look at our Reed Richards and our Sue Storm. Tell me that's
take that off the screen.
bro.
I'm gonna get wet.
Oh my god, bro! Tell me that's not our GOAT right there.
And I think, and look,
Pedro.
and again, I'm gonna defend this till the day I die. Fuck all you racist pieces of shit. Pedro Pascal's gonna be an amazing Reed Richards. We've already seen some cast interviews. Their chemistry, him and Vanessa Kirby's chemistry is.
I love them. Bro.
It's out off the fucking charts.
I fucking love them.
It's insane.
I want that.
I think, we've got talented actors. We've got a great cast. It seems like Matt. What's his name? The director's name?
Matt Shank or something like that. No, that's the old one.
Matt Shackman.
Matt Shackman. It seems like he's got a really cool and interesting take on what he wants to do with these characters, and so I'm here for it. I'm excited for Fantastic Four.
Wait.
What? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I can't find it. Allegedly, if that exists, somebody sent it to me. Allegedly, but
we sent it in the group chat. Allegedly,
no, I didn't do that.
I'm looking at like footage just from the Fantastic Four panel.
If
this is how the Fantastic Four looks in the movie, this is the swaggiest this thing has ever fucking looked. Holy shit! That is awesome.
With the Cadillac wings on the back.
No, that looks fucking fly as hell. They had like flying over Hall H. Like that's insane.
So what we got is a great cast. It seems like great art direction. So long as they don't fuck up the CGI, I think. I mean, what else do we need? Story.
You froze it. You broke up. As long as they don't fuck up the what?
The story and the CGI, we're good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they can just deliver a competent script, I think we'll be good to go. Because they've got a good director, they've got a great cast. Like I said, it seems like they've got a good idea, a good interpretation and perspective on these characters and how to make it different.
My only question is,
speaking of
how will they fuck this up?
Speaking of cast and how will they fuck this? Speaking of cast and how will they fuck this up? The biggest bomb of Comic-Con.
Shut up, bitch! You were defending it like two hours ago.
The biggest, not bomb like trash, like bomb like
dropping a bomb. The Nagasaki of
Comic-Con. Let me do my shit, bro. Can't let motherfuckers.
Matt, get another drink, man. Don't let him distract you, bro.
He don't know what I'm on. I'm on that Compound V, bro. Dracula flow. Compound V flowing through my veins right now.
On that Nosferatu shit.
I'm on that Nosferatu shit.
I'm off some shit that hasn't been released since 1944.
He's on the
I'm saying before people like me had rights. That's the type of shit I'm on. Like, let's go.
God damn.
All right, let's
talk about
you're on the prohibition shit.
Let's talk about arguably the biggest bomb of Comic-Con 2024, San Diego Comic-Con, and that is Fantastic Four. Prepare for your doom. The return of him, who shall be named Robert Downey Jr. is coming back.
Fuck him. He's old. He's not that good, and I don't like him. He's gay.
And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel many things I'm glad to see RDJ back, but I did not want him to come back in the MCU like this. I was hoping it'd be in the terms of in terms of Iron Man returning to MCU. I was hoping this would be as a hologram for freaking Riri Williams in the Armor War series. To be like a one-off. Hey, this is an AI Iron Man. It's still happening. Eventually,
with your favorite Anthony Ramos as the Hood.
God damn it.
God damn.
Yeah, so
so they're running out of budget for good actors, I guess.
Robert. Well, yeah, it's all going to Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.
$8 million, baby.
Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, I think. And I've had this conversation. David's not here to defend this point. Graham's not here to defend this casting. So I'm gonna just go off. I think it's incredibly uninspired. I'm sorry. I think it's boring. I think it's lazy. I think everything I said about Deadpool, I think is true about this and then some. I think this casting is so just that uninspired.
It's sad, man.
It's sad
because they're bringing back someone who they're like, oh, he brings in people. People love him. Let's give him another character. No, we've said this before. The MCU can make stars, but for some fucking reason they refuse to do so.
Well, because they've tried, and Shang-Chi, Simu Liu didn't become a star.
It's because Simu Liu's a fucking loser bitch.
Bro, Simu Liu has no swag. He's the one fucking outlier.
He's talented. I would say that. He's talented. He's got great physicality. He's handsome. But that man, no sauce.
I know.
Zero.
But that's it's like and not only everything you said, Gerardo, I agree 1000%, but I also think it like completely shits on whatever arc. Like his ending in Endgame is beautiful. It's perfect.
Yeah,
that's 15 years of.
You made me shed a tear for this fucking colonizer billionaire.
Exactly, this war criminal.
Honestly,
and it's like they ended that so beautifully. They ended his arc and his story so beautifully, only to just be like, actually, fuck you. He's Doctor Doom, and it's just like he's not. I
thought we were done with this variant bullshit.
So I think he's a good actor, but I don't think he has the gravitas or the kind of
the intimidation,
the intensity needed to play a character like Victor
Maybe
Von
if he
Doom.
has his mask on, but we know he
not going to.
Yeah, he's
not going to take that shit off.
Robert's gonna have like a fucking a contract thing that says at least 45 minutes.
Or they're gonna as Doom.
Montgomery is Doom
because they snubbed my brother for Johnny Storm. Let him cook as Doom. Let him get that vengeance as Doom. Let him pour that energy.
It's amazing. You had a worse idea. That's actually pretty impressive.
Romani actor who's good, and that's all you need.
No, fuck that.
Okay. If I am to say what I've thought about this after having about little couple days,
don't defend.
Think about it.
Some bullshit.
As the number one Doctor Doom dick rider, at least that I know.
You love him. Graham loves him too.
What in the mother of fuck is this? I have had the same stance since I first saw the announcement, and I still do not like it. Not for the reason of Robert Downey Jr. or his talent. None of that. I know he's a very capable actor. He has the gravitas to get butts in seats. Everything like Gerardo and Luis have said. But at the end of the day, it is so lazy and cheap.
Yep.
Like, I definitely am seeing this for what it is. They got Jonathan Majors out of the way, and we're scrambling to find somebody to replace Kang. Right?
Him.
Then they couldn't figure out how to recast Kang because apparently doing your job is difficult. So they decided, all right, what is the easiest thing we can do that will give us the least amount of effort? Robert Downey Jr.
They're cutting corners is what they're doing. They were like, we'll do the multiverse saga. We'll have Kang.
Exactly.
Jonathan Majors. What happened with Jonathan Majors gave them an excuse. They're like, this isn't working. These movies are okay to bad. They're like, nobody's fucking with us. We're losing our steam and we're losing our juice. They're like, just can it. disregard everything. Introduce Fantastic Four next year. Give them a fucking Doom. Give them Robert Downey Jr., who we know is a pair of safe hands. They'll fucking eat that shit up, and we'll start slowly introducing the X-Men, and then we'll get back on our feet. Instead of taking the time that they said that they were going to take and slowly kind of leading up to the X-Men, they're fast
slamming the gas
everything.
again.
They're like, we'll get Fantastic Four, we'll get Doom, we'll get these X-Men up and running because this shit is not working. Jonathan Majors, what happened? Jonathan Majors slightly grazing that white woman is the reason that we got Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Let's cast Gary Oldman as Kang. He's not doing anything wrong.
And then we'll cast Josh Brolin as Doom. And Brad Pitt is
hey, not too much my boy. I like Brad Pitt.
But I think in all honesty, right? This whole situation just at the end of the day reeks of desperation with them, trying to speed up and put out all these things that they think we want to see. They're going more so once again diminishing that quality. Like the MCU feels like it's gone from like a precision Chris Kyle level sniper to like a game of baloney darts in a frat house.
Chris Kyle also lied about
the war criminal.
He also lied about how many confirmed kills.
Okay, so then Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell
killed, pussy.
Bro, you could have said Winter Soldier sniper. You could have said
the point still stands.
They went from Chris Kyle to the Trump shooter.
Chris Kyle.
Look. Shut up. Stop. The point is, at the end of the day, this just does not feel like a casting that was put with any forthright of consideration at all whatsoever. And a lot of people have been saying this opens up great story avenues, like what happens when Spider-Man meets this alternate evil version of his father figure. As cool as these concepts are, they're still at the end of the day concepts. They're reusing and rehashing, and it's the same shit that has made the MCU feel so stagnant, right? Like with how Kevin Feige said within the last week or a couple of days before Deadpool and Wolverine hit theaters nationwide, right? He said this is the first step of the X-Men in the MCU. If you've seen the movie, this does almost nothing for them in the grand scheme of things. The closest thing we have to an MCU connection is when he meets Happy Hogan and the doctored footage from Thor: The Dark World when he's holding him. That's it. That is all we have.
And when Monica Rambeau meets Beast.
That's the other thing I wanted to hit on, because I hit on this in my video. What the fuck does that even mean? Because if all of these timelines have converged onto this one Earth, right? And for some reason, Deadpool is not interacting with Monica, or no one knows where Monica is, or none of the other X-Men know of her in any reality. What the fuck was that post-credit scene at the end of the Marvel? It was simply just to get our attention, the little jangling keys for the next film.
Because they didn't,
and he was big.
But it's because they didn't think they were gonna have to what's it called, bail on the Kang, on the whole Kang storyline and the whole multiverse saga. So they were like, oh, we'll trickle this in and we'll slowly start introducing mutants. And so now they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. News came out that this is what they're gonna kill off Kang at the beginning of Doomsday. Good. So that's how that's how desperate this is. That's how in such a bad place they are. They're like here's Kang, who's gonna be the next decade, we're gonna have a decade of Kang.
I'm calling it right now, bro.
But it's so dumb because Kang can't be killed off.
No, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Is that there's too fucking many?
Doom is gonna go right to that stadium, blow that shit up, and the last Kang is gonna be like lying there, like half dead. He's gonna blast and be like the Conqueror.
Yes,
and then just keep walking, and it's gonna be title card. Doom.
That's
it. Pulling out his spine like he did a Thanos.
Honestly, the most painful part of this.
He's gonna blow his shit up and be like, prepare for your doom, and then it's gonna cut to black. And the movie's gonna start.
I will hang myself in the theater.
It's gonna go right back to the 60s. It's gonna go right back to the 60s, and you see Pedro Pascal walking around.
They're gonna sweep it under the rug. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be efficient. I don't know if they'll bring back Jonathan Majors. That's what's interesting. Are they gonna kill him off screen? Is it gonna be like a body double and we don't see his face? You just see Doom murking him, and
they're gonna probably just reuse footage that they've shot before, and then kill him
probably.
Off with like a Man of Steel, John Kent fucking tornado thing, where he's like, and then he
So
blows up.
it felt like whatever momentum
They're
they
gonna
had.
show him getting killed in Quantumania and be like, "This is supposed to be your conqueror." And then that's just gonna be the next scene.
It feels
Yeah,
like
also
whatever momentum
the
whatever momentum they had building up due to X-Men, Deadpool, Wolverine, and the Fantastic Four, it feels like all the air was let out of the balloon with the Doom casting and the fact that they're bringing back the Russos to direct the next 2 Avengers movies.
I don't mind that.
But it's like, again, it's the same thing. It reeks of them they're trying to play the hits.
I'm getting big Flash vibes from this. I'm gonna be honest. It's not boding well.
Don't say that.
It's really it's getting to the point to where they're talking about all this stuff that they're going to be putting into the movie, hyping it up with all these member berries, all these like old shit that they're going to be just shoving down our throats, being like, "Do you remember this? Do you remember this?" So you have the little jingling keys to keep you entertained and to have you huffing copium and hoping that this is a good movie, and it might be good. Maybe
also,
I'm wrong, but the thing is, like I've thought the whole time, right? About what I want in a Doctor Doom, and I want that commanding type of presence. I want that I am better than you, and you should know that. But since you don't, I'm going to take 5 minutes out of my day to beat the dog shit out of you, so that you remember that. Because also, Victor Von Doom is the only one who can do stuff right, and I feel like the only way.
But he got beat by Ant-Man.
And because Doom is so cold and calculating, and the MCU has already taken a cold, calculating villain like Ultron and made him into a wisecracking jackass, I am so goddamn certain that this is the exact characterization Dr. Doom is going to have where he does this. Dr. Doom, mark my words for Robert Downey Jr., is going to be his Sherlock Holmes, but slightly less.
I was just about to say they're going to make Dr. Doom quippy and snarky. No. And he's gonna have jokes, and it's gonna be dog shit.
I'm gonna hate it so
much.
Tony Snark, welcome back, Tony Snark.
Also, what a coincidence that they cast Dr. Doom as soon as First Steps is gonna begin filming. Wow, there's definitely not gonna be a Dr. Doom tease in Fantastic Four at all, right? That's definitely not happening.
No.
Yes,
for sure. No.
However, could we tell?
Oh no, exactly. It would never happen. And so
if he's introduced with the line that says they will meet their doom, I will shoot someone. I don't know who.
And think about how excited we were.
I'm telling you, that's the shit right there. We keep saying it because we've said this before. Remember, we're talking about what's it called? Wakanda Forever. We're talking about the Doom tease that was supposed to be in there that got cut. Like he's gonna be like, prepare to meet your doom. Cut to black. That's literally how they word for word, bar for bar. If this shit doesn't happen, y'all can fucking throw.
It's gonna be like Thanos at the end of the first Avengers. It's just gonna be
fine. I'll like doom it myself. Fucking disgusting.
Beautiful. Make it happen, Kevin.
At least there's one. There's at least one Marvel movie that looks good. Brave New World looks pretty decent.
I think it looks good. I think it looks good.
It looks actually interesting.
I think it looks good.
It's set up to where it looks the actual shots in the trailer are like something. You know, they're shot with substance. The Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, now that I've seen the movie and I look at the trailers again, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see the flat shots in it, right? This looks like it has a little bit more dynamics to it. It looks like they're putting some oomph into this.
Shooting Deadpool and Wolverine in the void was a crutch. Like a motherfucker.
It was.
That way we don't have to build any set.
That's literally what they did. They're like, we'll use the what did they create for the Mandalorian? The volume. And it's easy to render. Yeah. You ain't got to worry about shit. It's so easy, and that's exactly what they did. They took the easy way out. That's what I'm telling you. It's lazy, guys.
I think
it's still a good time. It's a good time.
it's definitely one of the ones that I'm looking forward to.
Shot out of my daddy's dick ready.
You have to see Red Hulk. Not too much new in the trailers. Honestly, it just looks fun. It just looks fun. It looks good. Yeah, looks like it's got dare I say it, Winter Soldier energy. But you know,
yeah.
No, like I'm not gonna say that because last time I said that I was actually like juked out my fucking Secret Invasion bullshit ass.
That's on
you. The
you.
trailer was good as fuck.
That's on you. Bro.
No. The trailer was good as fuck.
That trailer was not good. It looked like shit.
The trailer was trying to give me some. You. No, fuck you. The trailer was cooking. They teased me.
The trailer was fucking microwaving, dude.
I have never been misled like this in my life. And when I watched the actual show, I wanted to kill myself. That shit was not good. That shit was ass. The best person in that show was Gravik, and he got what? Packed the fuck up, and it was not good. So I'm not gonna pinpoint any Winter Soldier on any show or movie until I see it. So Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Brave New World. We're gonna see what the fuck.
I think Brave New World looks good. I'm excited for it.
It does look good. Awesome. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not
that
excited.
Scene where he's fucking flying and he does the freaking mock shit. The mock
breaks the sound barrier.
That shit is so hard. That shit's so hard because he said, and the fact that they incorporating real elements of like Air Force, Sam's backstory of him being in the military, like it actually makes sense. That shit is cool, but I don't want to get my hopes too high because I love Anthony Mackie. Oh yes, Joaquin Torres.
That's my turn.
Joaquin Torres,
baby.
Black and brown.
I'm not going to agree to that statement, but there is a Hispanic actor.
There is a
me and Luis cosplaying that shit right now,
and that's my dog.
When you see me and Luis in Halloween with some wings on our back, just know.
You know the vibes. You know the
vibes. You know what's going on. No, I really do hope it goes well because for Captain America and for Sam specifically, everyone, all the racist motherfuckers talking about that's not Captain America. Guess what, bitch? It is.
That's Captain America, baby.
Guess what? That's your Captain America now, baby. You're gonna have to salute the flag to that man.
Get ready for all
Captain African America.
Captain DEI.
Captain DEI.
Guess what? That's gonna be my Twitter name for the next 6 months. Captain DEI.
Yeah, get ready for all those tweets, all those comments.
As long as Sam doesn't have a line in the movie where he's like, "Government, do better," like that Vaught ass line, like God. He did in fucking. It was like the vocal equivalent of Kendall Jenner handing the Pepsi can to end police brutality.
Like,
guys, it's fucking terrible.
He's like, guys, liberalism is the answer.
He's gonna say, Israel has a right to defend itself.
I will shoot him.
They're gonna make a black man. They're gonna make a black man.
I will take out a weapon in the middle of the movie and I will point it and I will say, "Falcon, you did this to yourself." And I will enter the barrier between nonfiction and fiction, cross over into the movie, and on screen execute that man.
That sounds like a hate crime.
That is what I will do. I will violate physics for it.
Count.
Yes. Black on black crime. It's not real.
I didn't say that.
It's PEMDAS, yeah.
Definitely
it's racist PEMDAS.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
And that's a wrap.
So as we step into this brave new world that is going to be the MCU moving forward, we hope that everything that we see coming up in the next couple of years does pan out well, does play well, because we've seen a lot of good from the MCU over the last 10, 20 movies, 10 years, 15 years, etc. We've seen some bad. We want it to get back into form. So hopefully they do get back into form. Hopefully, Fantastic Four, Brave New World, and whatever follows suit does lock it back into.
It's like, yes, ultimately we do love this shit and we want it to be good. We don't want the stuff that we enjoy to be bad.
We gotta be realistic.
But we gotta be honest. And we gotta be critical about these things, and we gotta demand and expect more from the content that you're consuming, from the media that you're consuming, and I think it's important and good and healthy to have these kinds of discussions. All jokes aside,
less bun, more whole. That's what we request.
I'm more of a whole, less bun kind of guy, but
Boom. So, we deteriorated outro time.
Yeah, we're gonna okay. That was unnecessary.
Follow backstage.
Backstage Joel.
That was a brave new world Gerardo just went to. But tap in with the boys over there at Backstage Joel. I do smell a David return coming soon. Won't tell you when, but David coming back to explain everything about Backstage Joel and dive into more information. But yes, tapping with the homies over there at Backstage Joel. They got some new stuff going on. They just opened up Seattle for their market. So Seattle, tap in. They got the TV show going on over there.
We're gonna go visit Seattle. Great city.
We might have to. We might have
I've
to
been
pull
there
up on
in
the
Infamous.
Space Needle.
Coffee. It's beautiful.
Beautiful
Might have to
city.
pull up on the
A lot of
Space
great
Needle.
things.
But yeah, shout out to our homies over at Backstage OL. Shout out to our very own as AZ, the GOAT, on twitch.tv/Tari Single. Tap in with bro. Also tap in with bro on YouTube. He got the Deadpool series going on right now. Check that out. Check the videos out. I know if you just watch Deadpool and you don't know shit about that, watch what he's got going on. It's gonna make some sense. It's gonna make it fun. It's gonna make you get caught
some
up.
knowledge.
Get some knowledge. Educate thine self. And with that being said, guys, another episode is in the books. Huge thanks to everybody who tuned in. Keep the excitement going by following us on all platforms at Cinestro Corp. No S. I'm gonna have all these at names inside the ticker, not ticker, ticker. Go ahead and show us some love by leaving us a stellar 5-star review wherever you catch this podcast. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you guys never miss a beat. Spread the word about our podcast and YouTube channel far and wide. Share with your friends, your family, your entire network. Y'all support means the entire world to us. And until next time, guys, stay awesome, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Cinestro Core. Peace.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good at taste, what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the crew.